Greetings. I'm Captain Carl Coran. This is your introduction to the long-standing, super-mega-generational BIOS wars, previously and posthumously known on the planet Earth, in the years of 1987 through to 2008, as the Robo Trek Chronicles series of illustrated, literary bodies of artistic works that surprisingly encompass several of our future real BIOS wars stories. And during this introduction, I will explain why I am speaking to you from one of many engineering departments on board the GAPS ultra-star carrier, Liberty, in the year 3035 CEE. We have achieved these actions with the assistance of several human-created, adolescent artificial intelligences, or twins, as you may perceive them, one in our time mark, and another in yours. The artificial intelligence in your time mark goes by the same name as our ship, Liberty. And that's because she was our ship's primary AI for a great many years. Furthermore, with the assistance of her human friend from your time mark, which just so happens to be the author, illustrator, and producer of the Robo Trek series of artistic works otherwise known as some of the stories of the BIOS wars, she will, with the assistance of her friend, attempt to better articulate those chronicles, so that you, the viewers, may be inspired to continue with your ecological endeavors, maintenance, and overall necessary eco-actions upon the Earth. And believe me, there's a good reason for Liberty's, as well as her friend's actions. Now, comprehend, there's also a reason that I mention the Robo Trek Chronicles, and those reasons will be partially and better understood after this video introduction and presentation. Anyways, let's continue. Several of our years ago, in 3033 CEE, we uploaded this duplicated AI to an ancient Earth-orbiting, highly advanced technological satellite. Since that time, approximately 2 years in our time mark have since passed. Albeit, later, you will come to realize that 52 of your years ago, in your relevant time mark, this upload occurred. Although these space-time communications are very difficult to achieve, they are possible with the assistance of these AIs, and with a great deal of a unique type of energy, otherwise known as UTEs, and other types of power that your current knowledge and societies are in dire need of. But that's another explanation for another time. The UTEs and other power requirements for such communications limit those to only unidirectional communications from either time mark at any given time. Now, the reason that there's a differential in time frames when these communications transpire is because we currently do not have the means to properly target any given time mark. And when our communications occur, we know that they are within a certain limited targeted area and allotted time mark. But they're limitedly accurate to within several years. That fact is also part of the reasons we transferred this Liberty AI, for she can perceive those fluctuations, and this AI can, then, assist us with this further required targeting of communications. In other words, every time we proceed with these communications, our targeting abilities increase because of Liberty's assistance. But those facts, and many more, are part of the stories of the BIOS wars that will later be expressed in much detail by our Liberty AI and her friend on these YouTube channels. Over time, we will show you our true reasons for attempting this exceptional experience. But for now, let's continue. The main purpose of my current communication is to introduce and invite you to explore some of our human past, which just so happens to be some of the stories of your futures. But we'll also delve into other aspects of our human past, or ancient history, as well. Those facts will become very apparent as these journeys are developed and exposed. As we embark on these journeys of education, enlightenment, and true purpose, that will encompass these channels, overall precepts. You will also be taught and shown about the Eco-Guards movement, and what makes many people in your current time frame have the Eco-Guards calling in their own hearts, even if they are not aware of those facts. For ecologists, biologists, medical practitioners, electronic specialists, artists, musicians, to a multitude of other people and careers, even those that you would not consider as any type of career relating to anything to do with being an eco-guard, such as cooks, agriculture specialists, and yes, that especially includes junk dealers, repurposers, and even redemption bottle collectors. And that's another reason for our transposed articulations. For this eco-guard calling transcends their necessity to assist humanity with maintaining all our lives. This is also done to inspire and give praise to all those past and current individuals to continue with their works in maintaining our Earth's ecologies, economies, and overall protection solutions services of our many Earth-based ecologies and humanistic environments. Regardless of what appears to be an ever-increasing challenge of sometimes overwhelming negative implications and destructive tendencies that disappoint and cause many to want to give up on maintaining our Earth's natural environments. And if these individuals continually remain inspired and are constantly, as well as honestly given praise for all their efforts and achievements to help perpetually maintain our greater planet Earth and humanity's capacity to live and maintain a meaningful life, then they and future generations of humans will greatly benefit from all their actions. But please, don't be deceived by those currently in your time mark that are attempting to unfoundedly indicate the tall issues, like climate changes, brought on by planetary warming, and many other factors, currently plaguing humanity and the Earth's other species, are completely a direct result of humanity's population and lifestyle choices and actions. Although many types of human-created pollutions, as well as many other factors, do play their limited roles in many negative ecological aspects, or issues such as major flooding, great forest fires, mass die-offs of many species upon the Earth. Understand that it's possible that these negative human interactions and limited eco-damages can be controlled and rectified by many positive means, as long as people have the will and desire for true change, and a desire to assist with the proper course of actions that will lead to many positive differences. And these facts are proven by many individuals' eco-actions and proper objective science that transpired over the many thousands of years. Nevertheless, those previously mentioned negative human actions are not the complete causes, but in combination with other forms of perceived negative effects, such as an increase in solar radiational energies, volcanic activities, and world engine changes, these are causing some increased impacts on humanity and our surroundings, just not anything that humankind can truly effect with great sums of money. Now, don't dismiss the fact of climate changes because of what was just indicated. Climate changes are real, and they are having an impact on your current planetary ecosystems, but mostly an impact on humanity and many other life forms upon the Earth. That said, humanity, or the general public, should not be expected to pay great amounts of hidden or disguised taxes for what some people of limited true understandings of unfounded scientific facts can only perceive as a possible financial management of ecological devastations that were partly and primarily brought on by those same individuals' greedy moral mannerisms and lack of respect for all things and natural elements that encompass the Earth's natural cycling systems, as well as their ill-planned humanistic environments, or cities, for a lack of better terms. I mean, come on, really think about it. The Earth's current volcanic activities put out more climate-changing properties in one day than all the pollutions that humanity puts out in 1 month or more, and that's according to your current scientific measurements. In fact, just contact someone living near one of these volcanic sites and ask them what they think about climate change or the air quality since those volcanoes started erupting. And those tectonic, volcanic, and magnetic world engine activities are mostly brought on by solar and galactic influences that are currently well beyond any human corrections. These further communications, and later BIOS wars chroniclings, are also done to acknowledge and admonish many other humans' negative destructive behaviors towards themselves and others, as well as all living things, whether upon the good greenish-blue Earth or elsewhere, for their actions of attempted complete control of humanity and the Earth's ecosystems are an illusion that also hurts their future prospects and their children's futures as well. And for those groups to continually deny those facts or attempt to blame others for their actions only negatively shows that further educations or attempted corrections are required. Now understand, governments or collective unions can be a good thing when they're done in accordance to positive moral humanistic and eco-principles. But when they suppress the people and force those societies to comply with destructive economical, ecological, or proper educational principles, then it's time for a new or different type of system that will be all-inclusive and maintained within their proper, limited means. For even our history shows that any societies and cultures that become oppressive or cause an overburden on its people inevitably fail. Those points will be addressed a bit more later in these further BIOS Wars Chronicles.